Good evening, YouTube. It's Wednesday. I think it is. My days are melded into one. Now, I didn't do my top 10 yesterday. Now, there was a good reason for that. My mobile broke. So, hats off to Virgin for getting a replacement to me within 24 hours on not much notice at all. So, really appreciate that. I thought to myself, what am I going to do for a top 10? And then I figured, we're in isolation. What do I watch? And I don't mean, do I watch this app, this film? Who do I watch to cheer me up? So what I'm going to give you is my top 10 YouTubers that I watch to do with Blu-rays and things like that. You might have heard of them, you may not have heard of them, but if you haven't, I'd recommend all these people. Because they are good, they know their stuff, and they're enthusiastic like the rest of us. So it's going to be a shortish video, but then I'm hopefully going to get the eyes done tonight as well. So you'll have two from me, hopefully. So, who is number 10? Number 10 is Wet Movie 1. Now, a lot of you may have seen this guy before. He used to be like £400-500. Had really got a lot of the weight off. He's had like health problems in the past as well. He goes out every week, does all his good hunts and things like that. He does reviews. He does lots of going out in the town and meeting lots of people. He's met quite a few famous people as well, and basically he's very interesting in the kind of things that he looks at. And he's recently moved, lost his job, so he's been a bit depressed as well. So, and he's really put his heart on his sleeve for that. He hasn't hidden the fact that he's struggling. So he's a cool guy. He's got 49,700 subs, so quite cool, really. So he's my number 10. My number 9 is Cool Duda. Basically, same kind of guy as Wet Movie 1, except he always wears a baseball cap because he's got the worst haircut ever. And he has 85,900 subs. Now, what you'll find is he does talk a lot, and by that I mean he says the same thing and he says it very fast. But he has at least 3/4 of an hour's worth of reviews every week of what's come out. He seems to pick up everything that's coming out and gives quite a rambling explanation of most films. Not the most concise, but he does half collect a lot as well. Good fountain of knowledge, that guy as well. So he's my number 9. Number 8 is a gentleman called Durant Cinema. Basically, all he ever says is hot chicken nuggets. He's a nut job. He's from America. And the bastard loves steelbooks. And I mean, loves steelbooks. He's funny as fuck. He's the most genuine guy you'll ever watch. He's got 12,400 subs at the moment. And he's really funny. One of his little hidden quirks is whenever he wants to get a film but can't afford it, he hides it in the kitchen section in an overhead grill thing. Hides it away and it never gets found, and he comes back the next week and buys it. So it's very strange what he does, but it works, and he's very funny, and I highly recommend him. So my number 7, Cinema Sickness. Now, lots of people are going to heard of this guy. He's now doing this full time. He has his own store. He does Instagram, and he sells lots of decent things. He does hunts every day. He does a live stream on a Monday night. He lives in Philadelphia. He does lots of Disney trips and things like that. And he has a shitload of films. But he used to collect over 40 different formats. But he's shrunk that down to about 3 or 4. But to take a look at what he actually owns, I mean, wow. Amazing amount. He has 14,900 subs. You can watch him on a daily basis. If you can join his Patreon. I mean, I think I'll give him $1 a month. And that means I can watch his stuff early, but it's good stuff. Highly recommend him as well. Next we have my mate Jason Laverick. His channel is Jason's Movie and TV Collection. He has 795 subs. This man should have more. He collects all kinds of formats. He'll collect video, he'll collect DVD, he'll collect Blu-ray, he'll collect 4K. Basically everything's up for grabs with this guy. He really knows his stuff. He's got an extremely well thought out and extremely flexible collection. he sent me plenty over the last few months. I send him literally every slip cover I ever have, because he really wants to have slip covers for everything that's available, and I'm glad to help him out with that. As is, he helps me out. Half the stuff that is in the prize pile he sent me as well, so he's a really good guy. Go give that guy some love, because I highly recommend him as well. Next we have Geek Legion of Doom. Now, if you're looking for somebody who knows his stuff, fucking hell, you can't really get much better than this guy. He's got 15,000 subs. He's a manager for a storage unit, massive place, about 3 miles from where I live. I have met him. He's a cool guy. He phoned me up and said, if you need anything while we're all in quarantine, don't hesitate in calling me. So he volunteers his service to help me, which I really do appreciate. Now, most days he'll drop a video every couple of days or so, but I'm telling you, 99 out of 100, you're not even going to know the film that he's reviewing. His knowledge is absolutely staggering, and it will blow your mind. You seriously need to watch what this guy does. His knowledge on films is amazing. He does a monthly roundup of what he buys, and some of the beautiful steelbooks he buys is amazing. Highly recommend him. Couldn't say enough good about him. Really knows his stuff. Next, another loop job is Jamie Powell. Quite recently on YouTube, really. But he's jumped into this with both feet. He really has. He does reviews, vlogging trips, stuff he's bought, lots of trips out with the wife. She does a lot of Primark shopping, and basically I think he has such a hard-on for the film It's unbelievable. And lots of us actually, when the It 2 was coming out and he did a Your Float 2 video, yours truly was the first face you saw on that video, because he wanted us to send in a little video clip, and he put me first, which I really appreciate. But I highly recommend you go check this guy out, Jamie Powell. He's got 376 subs. He should have 10 times that. He really is funny, highly likable guy. I think he lives along Bournemouth way, and he has come up here a couple of times. We will meet once all this coronavirus shit's gone. We are going to meet up and have a coffee and do a little hunt, I think, because he's a cool guy. Cool, Jamie. I really will meet you at some point. And he's my number 4. Number 3 is Movie Mad. Now, Movie Mad is James Whitelaw. Me and him, we both were really starting out and doing the YouTube thing, and we decided to join forces and do a big giveaway, and we ended up giving, I think, 64 films away. We put stuff in the pile ourselves, and we invited everybody to come into the draw. All you had to do was sub and listen to what we got to say. That's all you needed to do at the time, and people really enjoyed it. A huge prize pile, and we've done it a couple of times now as well. We'll probably do something again around Christmas time. Now, as for collecting, he is the king of trade-ins. There ain't nothing that this motherfucker can't make some money out of, I'm telling you. Every time we talk, he's bought something, traded it in for 3 times the price. CX will never make a profit out of this man. He's awesome. He's got 2 little dogs that you'll love as well, and his collection is enormous. He does one thing that I wouldn't, is DVDs I would put into these racks with no covers, but I did do that years and years ago, and I regretted it. But each to their own. He's only got so much room. He's running out of room, trust me. But I highly recommend. All his shopping videos are really cool as well. Mind you, you do face a payment a lot of the times in his videos, but there you go. He has a lot of charity shops around him, a good source to actually find things, so you really appreciate giving him some love. He's actually got 340 subs, exactly the same as me at the moment, so you appreciate giving him some love, and he is a really cool guy. Number 2, Kermit's Ghost. Now, people with decent knowledge and people with actually good taste, this guy really knows his stuff as well. He collects films on a weekly basis. He goes for the new stuff. He goes for nostalgic stuff. He has never ever had that sponsorship by McDonald's for the coffee. I've got to arrange that someday for him. If I could get him a sponsorship with McDonald's, that would be my life complete. But he really knows his stuff. He does a few vlogs as well around the area, like I think Quadrophenia maybe it was, or with Nail and I. One of those two is filmed around locally where he lives, and he shows you the alleyway which is in the film. Things like that. Things that are more interesting. It's not just, oh, I bought this. He takes you around where he lives as well, which is a good thing. And he recently visited Pompey as well. I don't actually know how many subs he's got, but he's got a shitload more than me. He did recently give me a really good shout out, and it burst my subs by over 50, so I really do appreciate that as well. But if you want a clear and concise and knowledgeable man, he is definitely your man. But my number one, who else could it be? Big Paulie. 4,740 subs. You should have 10 times that by now. You are a lovely bloke. The passion about what you do each week, the stuff you've gone through recently, and how you're bouncing back is really shows what kind of person you are. If you don't know Big Paulie, seriously, type it in. He always laughs at himself as well, so you've got to be careful of that, because he ends up giggling at the camera way too much. His mum recently passed, so bear in mind that there are some tears at times, because, you know, like everybody, he really loved his mum. She was an amazing person, and he lost his cat in the same year as well. I know that might not mean nothing to a lot of people, but he really loved his cat as well. Now, straight after this happening, he got ill, and he's been fighting for his life recently, so he's just getting back into the hunting. He's moved lots of stuff around. He has a really cool setup, a nice chair with projector screen, loads of decent films, lots in storage as well, because he just hasn't got the room either. But again, this guy really knows his shit, I'm telling you. He does what's in the Poundland bin, so he'll pick out a film every week. There is another one that he does where he's got 5 or 6 films, and you can then vote for which one you want him to watch, and he'll give you the reviews. He does unboxings, reviews of all the different titles that he gets through as well. And he used to do like a buying circle thing with HMV for all steelbooks and that, but when HMV went tits up, he got burned badly with that, because he ended up, money was owing to lots of his customer base, and it took a long time to sort out, which again was a real stress he really didn't need, because he wasn't making profit out of this. He was doing it to help people get hold of the right steelbooks. So for my number one, it's always going to be Big Paulie, because you fucking rock, mate. If you don't know this guy, I highly recommend you go see him. He is funny as hell, and he really does know his stuff. Lives down Dover way. One day I will get to hug that man. I will. I'm probably about a foot taller than him, but I will end up seeing him. I will go out for a coffee, and we'll do a little bit of hunt together at some point. Hopefully at some point this year. We'll have to wait and see. It all comes down to timing. If we can get it done, we'll get it done. My ultimate would be Jamie Powell, Kermit's Ghost, and Big Paulie, and me. All sat in the pub. That'd be cool as hell. So those are my top 10 recommendations for people that want are knowledgeable and will cheer you up with their videos. As a bonus, I'd have to say me. End of the day, I'm here to help with any queries you have regarding films, pricings, where can I get in, where's the cheapest, is this worth doing, anything like that. I'm doing some deep delving into the Australian market at the moment. Hopefully I can come up with some good deals that are floating around at the moment. Still waiting for my Night at the Roxbury to turn up though. That's taking its fucking time, I tell you. And it's going to go to an address where the person is in quarantine, so I'll be lucky to get it within the next month. Terrible, I know, but there you go. Let me know your thoughts on the recommendations. If I've named any of you, total respect to you. I mean this, I'm not kissing ass. I love all your guys' content as well. But that is my top 10 for this week. A bit different. We will be back on Friday, of course, for the prize draws as normal. As I said in last week's prize draw, even if you win, you're probably not going to get the prize too soon, because obviously I'm not going to risk going to the post office just to post a prize. I will still keep giving the prizes away, and as soon as it's safe to post them, I will of course do that for you. I'm not going to give up on anybody with that. I think that's all I need to say on this one right now. I'll save the rest for Friday. The only other thing I'd say right now, news-wise, is War of the Worlds, Top Gun, and Days of Thunder, middle of May, are coming out on 4K in America. As soon as we got the British release dates for that, I'll let you guys know, because War of the Worlds needs a 4K upgrade, because that picture was always shit. Be interesting to see what happens, especially with Days of Thunder. I think that'd be quite cool. Take care, enjoy the rest of your night, and hopefully late tonight I'll be back with my eyes, so look out for that one as well. Take care everybody, be safe.